And here's Brad Butt with the lightning round. Brad, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's roll.
All right. The province has tinkered with the gray zone for Mississauga and Peel region. What are these many shades of gray we're into?
Well, every week it's a different shade of gray we're hearing about. Now they're allowing for limited outdoor activities. So some of those fitness centers can actually do some classes, but outdoors only. At this stage, they expanded places of religious assembly and weddings and funerals. And they announced that as of April 12th, personal service shops in Peel region, so hair salons, nail places, etc., that they can open April 12th.
Now, the provincial government announced their budget with Minister Peter Bethenfalvey, his first budget, and some good news came out of that for small business. What was it?
Well, I think the most significant announcement was the doubling of the Ontario Small Business Support Grant. Now it's up to as high as $40,000 for affected businesses in lockdown areas such as Peel Region. Only one problem: deadline to apply March 31st. So if you want to get access to it, you better get your application in ASAP.
And Brad, the federal government is looking at their new budget coming up. When is that ready to be launched, and what can we expect?
So Federal Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland has announced that she'll deliver the federal budget on April the 19th. Expect a lot of spending, a pre-election budget for sure, lots of goodies, lots of things. And my prediction is I think it will wind up leading to an election this spring, but one of the opposition parties has to trigger that. So we'll see.
Brad, the carbon tax and carbon pricing has been a bone of contention with the provinces and the federal government. The provinces took the federal government to court. What was the ruling?
So the Supreme Court of Canada did rule last Thursday in a 6-3 divided decision to uphold the constitutionality of the federal government being able to have a pricing regime on pollution or on carbon. So the federal so-called carbon tax is certainly here to stay as long as the Liberals are in power and the Supreme Court has backed it up. So my prediction is I think you're going to see carbon pricing for a long time to come.
The Ontario Chamber of Commerce had its Advocacy Week last week. You were part of it. Any big surprises or announcements that came out of that?
You know, the one thing that I found really interesting about the whole thing, because we met with the Progressive Conservatives, we met with the NDP, we met with the Liberals, we're meeting with Green Party leader Mike Schreiner next week, is how collegial the MPPs have been, how much they support business and really recognize what business has gone through during the pandemic. So that was the bright spot of all of it. Partisan politics aside, there was just tremendous support for the business community among the MPPs.
That's it for the lightning round this week. Brad, we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, David.